Aloha fellas, I'm going to do a quick video on tying up my Ulua rig, my Bimini twist, and my Albright. So, get my Penn extended 4.0s, the 113 HLW. Get 60-pound test on these guys. Let's leave what we got there. It's gonna be the Bimini twist. It's kinda hard to see. That one's not too pretty. And then I do a triple twist braid. And that's about 2.5, 3 feet long. And then I do an Albright. Leave the tags to stop the slide a little high. And this one's been used a couple times, so this rub line is only maybe 4 feet long. So I need to put like 10 or 12 feet on here. So I'm gonna cut this off and retie it. I already started this one. Just tied this one. Been a while, so they aren't real pretty. But triple twist, and then this end's unfinished. I'll show you guys how to do that. Alright, so what we got here is pretty sure this is 250 pound mono. I'm gonna take about probably 10 to 15 feet of this, make my rub line, attach it with an Albright to my Bimini. Take that a couple inches, make a loop, take the pliers, smash it just so it holds that shape better. It doesn't want to pop open on you. My batteries are dying already. Take this guy, 3 sections of line. Want to keep them straight. Go through there. Try to keep them straight, keep them from twisting. So that's going to come through the bottom of there. Go over the top. You're going to want to hold it right there on the opposite side from which it came. Just start wrapping. You want to keep those 3 sections even, so your twists are nice and uniform. They aren't overlapping, piling on top of each other. And always give yourself enough line, because this is a pain in the ass if you get not enough line. Just try to keep it tight, keep readjusting your fingers. You don't want to wrap too close to the end of that loop, because it'll start getting funky on you. This is going to be my last wrap. It's like, 5 to 6 wraps, something like that. Make sure this is the most important part, to keep all these straight. And just put them back through the opposite way. Make sure you get all 3 through there. Spit on it. And then what I like to do, take a couple wraps around your leg with it. Hook it under your foot. Take your reel on the other end. Take a couple wraps with it. batteries just died on the camera, so I'm switching to the phone. But you see I got wraps on my legs here to keep that so I can pull with my legs. I'm gonna need more wraps with this. I don't know how I'm gonna do this with one hand, but usually with two hands. That way, if I wasn't holding my phone, I can pull with my legs, put tension on this one, put tension on these ones, and pull with pliers on this one, and pull with pliers on this one at the same time. That way everything's getting tightened up at the same time, because if you pull just on this and not pull on this, it'll pop that loop through there, and your Albright will be useless. So I'm gonna put the camera down here and get that done. There we go. It's not the nicest one. That line shouldn't really twist in there like that. See how that mono's twisted around itself? I haven't tied one of these for a while, so. But he'll go. I guarantee this line will not break before the 60-pound main line breaks. This knot won't. So it's all good. But then I'm just going to cut these, you know, maybe an inch or so. Make a little slide stop. And then this one, I'm going to cut it. Not as, a lot of guys will cut it as close as they can to here, and they'll just leave it like that. I like to cut it maybe a 1/4 inch, and then I'll bend it out and I'll heat it up with a lighter till it starts to melt, and then I'll wrap that melted line around the other line. And it makes a nice smooth transition, so it goes through the guides easier. I need some way to set up this freaking camera phone. You want to be careful, you don't want to melt your main line while you're doing this. I'm a plumber, so my fingers are freaking super calloused. It doesn't really hurt, but if you're a little pansy and you got woman hands, you don't want to touch that melted line when it's hot. It'll really hurt you. But there we go, done deal. It's gonna be a Bimini triple twist to Albright. About 10 feet of 250-pound mono rub line. Never had a break at this. Well, it's hard to say, because like when you go bankrupt, you want it to break right here before it breaks somewhere else, further up the line, just so you don't lose more line. You don't want it to break there, but so I don't know exactly where the weak point is. I guess that's the weak point for sure right there, but I brought up some nice sized fish with it, sharks and all that, Uluas up to almost 50 pounds. Never had one pank on me, just from, you know, pulling on it. I've had them rub off, but usually when they rub off, you'll feel it all on this main line, all chafed up and everything. And like, if it breaks right here, you'll see a little twist in the end of the line, like when you go bankrupt. There'll be a little twist right there where it breaks, and you can tell it broke right there. Otherwise, it'll be back here somewhere. Because these knots are pretty garants, widely used in the shore casting scene. I know a lot of guys, they don't do this anymore. They do the blood knot, but this is what I know. I'm confident in it. I know how to tie it kind of good, so that's what I use. Supposed to go fishing tonight, but my partner had family obligations to take care of, so I may do a solo trip, or if he gets done with what he's got to do early, we might go still. So I'm just getting everything ready in case I feel like it. I'm gonna go hit the beach and try to catch some sea monsters. Alright, keep everything in this little bag. Put the one set of slides are the Australian shallow waters on this side. I put my wire as a partition. And those are your stop rings. And then my rub line in a bag. And then I put my other set of slides on this side, the regular slides. Everything isn't a tangled mess when you go to tie everything and do all that. Keeps everything nice. By the end of the night, tomorrow morning they'll all be thrown in here, tangled up, and I'll have to separate it. But yeah, for when I'm going fishing, it works out all right. Okay, there we go. The poles in the bag. Get my little whipping pole for catch bait. And that's my, this is a Daiwa beef stick. It's a 12'6", I think, or something like that. 12-foot heavy. It's a noodle. It's a big old noodle. But I've caught a couple 20, 25, 30s on this. It's a good fight. I got a Shimano. It's a 2040 Star, I think is what it is, that I run on it sometimes. And if I'm going for a Ulua, I'll put it. I got an Akuma. It's a Akuma Catalina, and it's the same size as a 4.0, standard 4.0, and it's an all aluminum reel. It's pretty cherry. I pull it out, but it's all freaking packed in my bag. Get my bag all packed up. My camera bag. Keep my headlamp in here and extra batteries and stuff. Tripod, a bag with my slides. Get all my reels in there and socks. And then under that, get bells, sleeping bag, lead, line, everything I need for the fishing part of it. All I need is this bag, these poles, pole holders, bait, food, and drink. And I keep the big cooler in the truck, and then if I catch something, I transport it from the spot back to the truck, or put it in a pond to keep it alive till he's ready to roll. So if I get the call, I'm going. If I get the motivation, I'm gonna go by myself. Dogs out there, they heard the bells ring already. They let go, start freaking whining. But that's it. Alright. Hopefully we get one video and one fish. Shoots. Aloha.